It must be a first fruit because that is how they're going to be blessed. But you're going to bless your own self, your own church out by sending to bringing the tithes of the tithes up. So then that's why I wanted all of your own to listen to what's going on here. I want you to notice here that this month, because we waited till the 7th, waited till the 7th because this is the first Sunday in this month, 2024. But listen very carefully. You got to bring in your first fruit. First fruit assures you that all year long you're going to be blessed by God. And the churches now are struggling. It's time to come out of struggling by sending the tithes of the tithes up. You know, you already do that and you bring it up to your bishop. I'm talking about now the first fruit. The first fruit come to the first church, which is this one. You see what I'm saying? And from here, you're blessed from here. You follow me? Why? Because you brought up the first fruits. And the first fruit got to come up. Let me tell you the first fruit does. In the Bible, in St. John, the 5th chapter, we discussed that today. The man been there for 38 years, and he was praying for 38 years. And God heard him. And when he came to him, there were many people there, Pastor Calvin. But he said, this man, will thou be made whole? And this man made excuses. Every time I tried to go in, Jesus didn't say another word. He said, stand up on your feet and walk. You'll be able to stand up on your feet and bless God's house all over because you gave your first fruit. In first fruit giving, Pastor Calvin, everything that you open your mouth up to say, it comes to pass because you drop the word on it and you smashed and crumbled and ground up everything that's trying to stop that first fruit. So you bishops, listen to me very carefully. You pastors, the first fruit has to come to the first church here. You follow me? Because why? Because I'm going to drop the word on everything that's around you all, that's stopping your church house from growing, stopping it from going, and whatever the case may be. And I'm going to grind it to powder. I'm going to blow it away for you. Why? Because I want God to bless you this year like never before. And all the people be blessed the same way. I want you to be blessed, blessed, and know that you're blessed. And this year is the year of dropping the word, faith in it, and then faith in it forward. When you drop the word, you faith it forward. I want you to understand something. You got to drop the word on everything around you that's hindering what you're doing, and you got to grind the pot and blow it away. You won't be able to blow it away without blessing God's house. So I want you to do that. You get the first fruit, like y'all do always, and y'all, you bishops, you get it, and you faith the forward this way. Bring it down, whatever the case may be. But I want you to get the first fruit, but make sure you collect for everybody. What? You want everybody in your house, the house to be blessed. Yes, sir. You don't want just 2 or 3 folks to be blessed. You want everybody to be blessed there. And people that don't give, they can't live. You don't pray, you can't stay, you can't fast. You can't. If you don't fast, you ain't gonna last. Yes, so it's time now to faith this forward and drop the word on everything that hinders us. All through the Bible, when people gave first fruit, God blessed them. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because they are protecting themselves against all year long of cankerworms trying to eat up the fruit or whatever the case may be, against the enemy trying to come in and steal the joy. See, faith, so giving first fruit give you joy, peace. All this here come from love, joy, and peace along. That's from first fruit. Yes, sir. Because you gave it to God first. In the Bible, this is very careful. In the Bible, William, everything that came out of the mixture, which is out of the womb, the first one always belonged to God. Every child, every man child came out of the womb, belonged to God, because it's the first fruit. And it's the first fruit now on this year, which is 2024. I want you to get it together and I want you to send it or bring it to the home church. Why? Because you're going to be blessed from him. It's going to spread everywhere. Everything started from here. Everything started from here. So you want to send it here and get blessed. And I guarantee you, your church is going to grow. Folk ain't going to act a fool no more. You have some act who didn't have. But God's going to bless you for doing it. So you get it and say, listen, I want you to pay your first fruit. And demand it to pay, because this is how they're going to be blessed. You want them to be blessed. You don't want 4 or 5 folks blessed and 2 or 3 of them not blessed. You want everyone of them blessed. I don't care what it is, $5, 10, whatever their first fruit is, get it from them. Why? You want to put it in your hand and bring the like the tithes of the tithe, like Pastor Morgan do every year. Tithes of the tithe, when people can't come down, bring the first fruit down. Bring it to send it the whole nine, or let me know how you're gonna do it. But we want to get first fruit out of your hand. Why? Because look at the scriptures now. The scriptures don't lie. First fruit means just what it means. It means you gave God the first of whatever you got. First of your dough, or first of everything. When you read the scripture in 44 and 30 Ezekiel, you shall give unto the priest. You follow me? And then he gonna cause a blessing to bless the rest in your house. Not only in your spiritual house, but your natural house also. Yes, you want to send that first fruit down in a hurry, collect it quickly. And someone that can't give it right now, you want to make sure that you give them something, let them know they still have to give first fruit. You want everybody in your place, in your house, in your church, everybody you want to be blessed. And they're blessed because they give the first fruit. And I know y'all hear what I'm saying. Listen very carefully. This is 2024, and we're still here. Think about it, you're still here. How many people are not here or not in your ministry? How many of them? How many left in 2022 or 2023? How many left? God took them. Don't know when God gonna take us. So I want you to get your first fruits together and let me know what's going on, and we'll do something with it. Right now, let's get communion real quick. Pascal, what do you think about first fruits?
Bishop, I think first fruits, that one of the things that you shared with me, and you said God demands to be first.
Yes.
And when we put God first, there's something that is going to change in every one of your lives. Today, we're getting ready to partake on the first communion of 2024. And when we honor God with the first of everything that we do, I'm telling y'all that are watching tonight, some of y'all are watching. I see that you're on here from the London. I see that some of y'all are on here from Memphis. You're on from Texas, and wherever you at all over the country. Let me tell you something, that when we honor God with the first of our first fruits, you can't get away from Proverbs 3 and 9 and 10.
You got that
It
right.
says, honor the Lord with the first of your first fruits. And when you understand what first fruits is, the first fruits is the best. It is the chief. It is the thing that we give to God, Bishop.
Yes.
That is the most special, the most precious, the best of what we can give to God.
Pastor Calvin, first fruit bring all the churches together. I hear that one of them already had communion. So I got on Overseer Brown. He said, well, I told him what to do. He didn't do it. I'm going to kick back with that. But he called me and said, I already took communion. But you don't do that, not when it's the first of the year and the presiding bishop is fixing to do something with the whole body. That disconnects you from the body.
Yes, sir.
Because then you'll sit, quote, as an island by yourself, and that's not going to work. So we're going to get with that later on. I got on with Brown about that, but he said, I told all of them. He was told to call and tell everybody, we're all going to do first fruit at the same time. But somehow or another, something went wrong, but I'll straighten that out later. But I know he's not that kind of bishop. He's going to do nothing like that on purpose. I pray God he will, see what I'm saying? But the communion means something. It's bringing us all together.
Yes, sir.
See what I'm saying? All together.
Yes, sir.
Because why? Everybody, by one spirit, are we all baptized into one body. And we're one body. We're not a body over here and a body over there and a body up there. We're all one body here. So it should have been done everything together. And I see all of y'all from here and there, the whole 9 yards. But if you take it by yourself, you're saying I'm my own entity, and that's not going to work with this body. Because everything came from here. You follow me? So I want y'all to get this in your mind and hearts right now. God, you read Philippians 1 and 7. You're all partakers of my grace.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? Of my grace. And in doing so, you get my grace and you give other people grace all around you. Why? Because you got enough to give out. You're partaker of this anointing. You follow me? So I want you to do that. Get your first fruits from the people, and you bring up the fruit of the fruits. So God can bless your house and give you what you need for this coming up physical year. You see what I'm saying? So you'll have no lack. Quit living in that time of and the days of lack and need, and living in the days of more than enough and plenty. That's what first fruit does. That's Pascal.
Yes, sir.
Take us out of the lack and needs and put us in the more than enough and having plenty. That's what's going to take place. You know, Things gonna happen and different things gonna take place, but listen very carefully. We're all knitted into one body.
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. Let's act like it. And let's do it. All of you right now, let's take communion. Let's take it. Why? Because I want to do it with you all. And I want to tell y'all how much we love you all, appreciate you all. And this was 23 and back in 22, 21, we just appreciate what all of you did for this ministry. But make no mistake, God demands and commands first fruit because you're putting God first. If you have $10 and you put it all on a table, and the first one on the table you earn is first, you got to give God that first. And the second, third, fourth, and fifth, that belongs to you. But if you don't give him that first, Pastor Kevin,
Yes, sir.
that's not first fruit.
Yes, sir.
He demands first fruit. He demands the first dollar you got, and then the rest of it is yours. I don't think that's asking too much of you. So let's do first fruits and let's get it in the proper place. You read the 10th chapter of New York, you read it. Read about the 35th verse. You read it. You bring up the tithes of the tithes. You want to bring up the first fruit of the first fruits. Pastor Captain, I want you to read it for me real quick.
Yes, sir. And as we get ready to prepare for communion, all of you who are watching tonight, I want you to go ahead and get your crackers and get you some juice, grape juice, preferably. But Bishop, if they don't have the grape juice, what other options should they have?
Pastor Calvin, what's going on here now, they had grape juice in those days, but if they had Kool-Aid, it wouldn't be bad. See what I'm saying? It makes no difference. I mean, because you're partaking of the body of Christ, and you can partake it because you already belong to God. And some of you, if you made mistakes or whatever the case may be, and you don't think you're worthy to take it, you're going to read in where if you drink and eat it unworthily, then you commit that you have damnation on your soul. And why I said many sleep. That sleep means dead. You make your mind up. You want to live right. You want God to bless you. You're going through some things. What I don't care what it is, drugs, alcohol. I know taking communion will bring you out of it. Why? Because you're partaking of God's body and His blood. And if you in your heart you really want to stop, communion can stop you from doing that kind of stuff. Like first fruit does that. It protects you. It put a wall around you that nobody can touch you. That's the shield of faith. Why? What's your shield? I paid my first fruit. What's your shield? My first fruit I gave to God. That's my shield. Why? Because faith is a shield, but faith comes from something that you do towards God, making it a shield. And the first fruit will shield you from all this stuff. It can bring you out of your lying and backbite, bring you out of feeling sorry for yourself. If you want to give first fruit so God can bless you all, because it is a shield for your life.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, son.
In the book of 1 Corinthians, the 11th chapter, and we're going to start at the 23rd verse. For I have received of the Lord that which I also delivered unto you, that the Lord Jesus, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, Take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. Do this in remembrance of me. After the same manner also he took the cup, when he had supped, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye, as oft as ye drink it, in remembrance of me. For as often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do show the Lord's death till he come. Wherefore whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of the Lord. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread.
Examine me. I'm out through with these sins. I'm out through thinking things I shouldn't think. If you're through with it, when I'm not through with it, it may be still haunting you. When you take this communion, let me tell you right now, it's gonna go away because you made your mind up. I'm not gonna take this from the devil no more. What you gonna do? You're gonna drop the word on everything that's habit forming, that's bothering you, everything that stopped you from giving to God. You're gonna drop the word on and grind the pot, you're gonna blow it away. Go ahead on, son.
And so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body.
Go ahead.
For this cause many are weak and sickly among you,
Uh-huh.
and many sleep.
No, sleep means death. So communion means, and before we do that, give me Nehemiah, the 10th chapter real quick. Get about the 35th verse real quick. I want to show y'all something. See, remember this here. If you listen to what's being told to you, The scripture said that if the spirit of him that ready to Christ be in you, gonna quicken your mortal body by that same spirit. What do you say, son?
Nehemiah 10 and 35. Uh, I'm sorry, Bishop. And to bring the first fruits of our ground and the first fruits of all fruit of all trees,
Go ahead.
year by year,
Go ahead.
unto the house of the Lord.
Go ahead.
Also the firstborn of
Now,
our sons.
the house of the Lord it means bring it to the house of the Lord. See, everything started from here. So you were sent out to there, but it started from here. Go ahead on, son.
Also the firstborn of your sons and of our cattle, as it is written in the law, the firstlings of our herds and of our flocks,
Go ahead.
to bring to the house of our God.
Go ahead.
Unto the priest that minister into the house of our God.
Go ahead.
And that we should bring the first fruits of our dough.
Go ahead.
And of our offerings.
Go ahead.
And the fruit of all manner of trees.
Go ahead.
Of wine and of oil.
Go ahead, son.
Unto the priest.
Go ahead.
To the chambers of the house of our God.
Go ahead.
And the tithes of our ground.
Go ahead.
Unto the Levites.
Go ahead.
That the same Levites might have the tithes in all the cities of our tillage.
How many cities?
In all the cities.
All the cities. One person took all his tithes and first fruit. Go ahead, keep reading. Go ahead.
And the priest, the son of Aaron, all shall be with the Levites. When the Levites take tithe, and the Levites shall bring up the tithe of the tithes unto the house of our God.
In other words, you bring up the tithe from the other churches to the main church, the first fruit. You follow me? And that protects you because you cover yourself with a shield. Taking the shield of faith means just that. What? I've paid my tithes. I've sought God, so my sins are forgiven, because you were told, if you with all your heart, through the Bible, Pastor Calvin, if a Levi, if any stranger came in that was of the house of God, if they came in with all their heart wanting to serve God, they had to give them the same portion that all the other Israelites got.
Yes, sir.
Because he came up with all of his heart. So when you do something, do it all your heart, so God can bless you all. When you're taking this communion, remember this here, it's cleansing your body, your mind, your spirit. It's blessing your house, your spiritual and your natural house. It's blessing your church. It's blessing everything. It'll cause your house to grow. So you're eating his body and you're drinking his blood and putting him even more in you. This is the first year, the first of the year. So everybody should be online doing the same thing. Fellowship means all the fellas in one boat going the same way. Yes, not anybody peddling this way and that way, but everybody peddling the same way. Let's peddle 2024. We're all peddle the same way. You're all gonna be blessed the same way. And what's blessed? Everything you ask or think that you want or need, God's gonna do. Why? Because the priest said it. If you obey what God told him to tell you, you got to be blessed. You follow me? Now watch 10 now. You have a cracker,
Some bread.
the bread. I want you to take it. This is his body, broken for many. This is his body. It's going to cause you to be blessed beyond measure. This is his body going to cause you to have your mind in the right place, having your spirit in the right place. This is the body right here. Going to cause you not have cussing in your mind and going on. This is the body that you're finna eat right now. Going to cleanse you from all unrighteousness and all sins. Then you can say what the Bible says, him that sins, sin no more. This is the body you finna take now. Gonna cause you not to be covetous, but be obedient to them how rule over you. Hebrews 13 and 17. This is the body right here. Gonna keep your marriage together. Keep everything together. You need to keep your business together. This is the body. When that same night, Jesus took bread and break it and gave it to him. So take, eat. Eat you all of it. I want you to eat this and know that Christ is going inside of you. Because you eat his body. In John the 6th chapter, the 44th verse, Pastor Jefferson, about the 40th verse, they got angry because Jesus said, except you eat my body and drink my blood, there ain't no life in you. And they got angry and said, how can we eat this man's body and drink his blood? Disciples said, these folk are murmuring against you. He said, leave them alone. No man can come unto me, except my Father draw them. and I raise them up in the last day. Same thing now. Nobody can obey what I say except God draw you to be understand, do what's right. That's the only way. Otherwise, you can't do it. You ate the body, swallowed it. That is your life. Likewise, he took the cup and passed it. Said, "This is my blood, which is shed for many." If you want to receive this, it's shed for everybody that will receive him. As many as received him, the Bible said, how would they become the sons of God? As many that believed on his holy name. Here, drink ye all of it. That's his blood and his body. You protected yourself all around you, or the shield of faith, because you believe on him. The writer said in 16:8 and 9 of St. John, when he's come, he's going to reprove the world, lying and backbiting, this and that, and of sin, not because they commit adultery, not because they backbite, of sin because they believe not on me. Read 16:9 of St. John, because they believe not on me. When you believe on him, you obey him. When he says, if you trust me, keep my commandment. In other words, if you love me, mean if you trust me. And I know you trust God to bless you. You trust the words I've told you from the Lord. I want all of you now. I want you to now. I want you to put $100 on the app or whatever the case may be. Whatever I want you to do. Each one of you, let's give 100% of $100. Do it quickly. Don't just hang up, but do it quickly. Put it on the belly, how you do yours, or send you. I don't want you to do it. So God can bless you all.
Those of you who are watching and you're overseas, there's a QR code right on the bottom of the screen. All you have to do is take a snapshot.
I know it.
Those of you who are watching, again, we had a little technical hiccup there, but you can go right to the website. You can go by Cash App. You can go to Text to Give. All of the giving platforms on the bottom of the screen.
Those out of the country?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Those out of the country. What are you in London,
Africa,
wherever you are? You can see.
Canada.
You can do it from that. We just appreciate you all being so faithful. How God is blessing you all. We just love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. We thank you because God is blessing you wherever you are in the neck of your roots. But I want you to do that. Get the $100 and send it quickly. And get your first fruit together. Because God's going to open doors from you that nobody can never ever close. And this year in 24, you're going to be blessed like you never even dreamed about being blessed. You're going to be obedient to do what's right. I want you to read 2 Corinthians, the 8th chapter. You read it. The Bible says they first gave themselves to the Lord. In other words, they first gave to the Lord. Then after then, they distributed. These people deeply in poverty. You read it, they were deeply in poverty. Pastor, can you read that real quick? 2 Corinthians 8 and 1 real quick. They were in poverty, yet they found a way to give. Even when you say you don't have something, that's always a way to do it. What they say?
2 Corinthians 8 and 1. Moreover, brethren, we do you to wit of the grace of God bestowed upon the churches of Macedonia.
Go ahead.
How that in a great trial of affliction, the abundance of their joy and their deep poverty abounded unto the riches of their liberty.
Deep poverty made them become rich because they gave. Go ahead.
For to their power I bear record. Yea, and beyond their power they were willing of themselves, praying us with much entreaty that we would receive the gift.
Go ahead. In other words, in their poverty, they want to receive the gift. Take this here so we can be blessed. In their poverty, they had nothing. but they gave what they had. Go ahead on, son.
And take upon us the fellowship of the ministering to the
In
saints.
other words, we take this so we can be fellowship with you and minister to the saints. Go ahead.
And this they did not as we hoped,
Uh-huh.
but first gave their own selves to the Lord.
They gave themselves to the Lord. And then they got blessed. Keep it just a little bit more there.
And unto us by the will of God.
Go ahead.
In so much
Uh-huh.
that we desired Titus, that he had begun, so would also finish in you the same grace also.
In other words, God wants the grace to be in you. Though they were poor, they were made rich by giving. So when we ask you to give, it's to make you rich. If you learn God's principles and give it, whether it be tithes, offering, the first fruit, you'll never be broke again. Because you won't live in the land of lack and need and want. You live in the land of plenty and abundance. This is what our prayers for you. Listen, we love all of you. Appreciate you all. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for listening to us. 2024, we believe we're gonna be like no other year. I keep saying that because I'm believing God. He's gonna enrich everyone, everybody, in all things. Not only in our finances, but in cars and houses and whatever you just ask God for. Whatever your hands touch, it's gonna be blessed. Whatever you speak out of your mouth, you're gonna change.